The Council heard how conflict, poverty, climate shocks and food insecurity had long been a sad reality for Afghanistan, with concerns echoed here that the crisis had now reached the critical phase.
This malnutrition crisis is fueled by recurrent drought, including the worst in 3 decades in 2021, and whose effects are still lingering. 8 out of 10 Afghans drink contaminated water, making them susceptible to repeated bouts of acute watery diarrhea. Around 25 million people are now living in poverty, and 3/4 of people's income is spent on food. There's been a 50% decline in households receiving remittances. Unemployment could reach 40%, and inflation is rising due to increased global prices, import constraints, and currency depreciation.
Afghanistan's economic difficulties remain one of the key drivers of the current humanitarian crisis, with the World Bank estimating that the country's economic output had shrunk by between 20 and 30%, leading to calls for Washington to unfreeze some $7 billion in Afghan central bank assets held in the United States. Talks between the Taliban and US officials are reportedly ongoing, but are said to have been complicated by the sheltering of al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri in Kabul, where he was killed by a US drone strike this July. A $4.4 billion UN response plan for the country remains only partially funded, complicating efforts a de facto government that enjoys little to no international recognition, while drawing condemnation for denying citizens basic rights that have had a chilling effect on women, girls, the media, and civic activism. The Taliban continues to push for international recognition while resisting pressure to make human rights concessions, particularly on allowing teenage girls to attend school, the only country in the world where such prohibitions are official policy. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.